Record snowfall in the Sierra Nevadas and floods in the San Francisco Bay Area have brought nearly half of California out of a years-long drought, according to the latest data released by the U.S. Drought Monitor on Thursday. The good news is that nearly all of California's Central Valley, as well as coastal northern and central California and the majority of the San Francisco Bay Area have emerged from drought, according to the Drought Monitor map. However, experts have cautioned that the state's drought is not over yet, and might never be. The recent rain and snowfall have certainly helped in alleviating the drought conditions, but California needs to continue receiving above-average precipitation to fully recover from the drought. Parts of Northern California in the western foothills of the Sierra Nevadas and the Los Angeles and San Diego area, which had been in a state of severe drought 3 months ago, have now been downgraded to abnormally dry conditions, leaving the state's northeast corner and the Mojave Desert as the last two vestiges of a severe drought. California has been slowly recovering from a 3-year drought since December, when the entire state was in a drought, with more than 45% facing severe conditions, 28% in extreme conditions, and 7% in exceptional conditions at the time. As of Tuesday, nearly 44.7% of the state had been removed from drought, while less than 9% was in a severe drought. The last time that much of the state had been out of drought conditions was February 2020. However, the recent storms have not been entirely beneficial, as the state has been hit by a series of severe weather events, including floods and landslides. Starting with a New Year's Eve storm that caused widespread flooding in the San Francisco Bay Area, California has been hammered by what meteorologists have dubbed a relentless parade of cyclones, bringing record rainfall to both northern and southern California. The majority of the storms formed as long, narrow bands of heavy rain called atmospheric rivers, which scientists say can carry as much water vapor as the average amount of water flowing at the mouth of the Mississippi River. While these storms have been beneficial for the state, they have also caused power outages, poor travel conditions, downed trees, and mudslides. The Sierra Nevada mountains, meanwhile, have received more than 55 feet of snow since October 1st, according to the University of California, Berkeley Central Sierra Snow Lab, causing avalanches and nearly burying buildings in higher elevations. The Snow Lab has now received roughly 220% of the average snowfall it typically receives, which is both good and bad news. While the snowpack is beneficial for the state's water supply, it could also lead to flooding in the spring as the snow melts. According to the Drought Monitor, 17.3 million California residents still live in areas affected by the drought, while nearly 20 million live in areas out of drought. While the recent storms have brought much-needed relief to the state, experts are cautioning that California needs sustained above-average precipitation to fully recover from the drought. In conclusion, California is making significant strides in alleviating the state's long-standing drought. However, it is important to remember that the state is not out of the woods yet, and needs to continue receiving above-average precipitation to fully recover.